And it used to be just a morning beverage or the drink you needed to start your day, but now it seems coffee is ingrained in our culture, with many coffee houses becoming social spots.
In this week's KSAT Explains, we take a deep dive into coffee culture here in San Antonio. RJ Marquez joined us live from home to talk more about this episode. First things first, RJ, are you a coffee drinker?
I am, Mark. Yeah, and it's weird because I actually became more of a coffee drinker when I started working more regular hours. I used to have this overnight shift when I first started in this business, and I didn't drink as much coffee, but now, as you can see, I definitely kind of need it to kind of fuel my day or get me going. So yeah, guys, this was something that we definitely wanted to explore, how this has become such a big business in San Antonio. And we also want to explore all the different angles of coffee as well, the history of it, its origins. We found out it goes back to 9th century Ethiopia. There's coffee ceremonies around the world, of course, how it's made and the impact that it has had locally here in the Alamo City, and how a lot of these people that have opened coffee shops here in our area have given up their previous lives to do this, to sort of follow this dream, including one of our former colleagues, Charles Gonzalez. You remember him? He gave up the news desk for the coffee counter, so to say. And we just learned a lot of different things from a lot of different people. So I think people are really going to enjoy this, especially the people that really enjoy a good cup of coffee.
All right, RJ. Well, we also heard from a San Antonio Spurs player who has been a big influence in the local coffee scene. Tell us about that.
Yeah, of course, Patty Mills. Everyone loves Patty, what he's been able to do in the San Antonio community. So one of the more popular things the Spurs have done in the past couple of years is they created the Coffee Gang. And during the pandemic, they would have these virtual Zoom conferences with Manu Ginobili, Boris Diaw, Tiago Splitter, a lot of the newer guys who were also involved. So Patty has been a huge influence in the local coffee scene. And over the summer, he kind of took this to a new level when he did the Give Mama Coffee campaign on Mother's Day. He raised more than $100,000 for victims of domestic violence. And not only that, he also combined 8 local coffee shops to help their business during the pandemic. So Patty did a great job organizing that. And I think that just speaks to where we are as a city and, how we've just kind of improved over the past decade or so. When it comes to coffee shops, we have trucks now available as well. So we have really seen this boom over the past decade or so.
RJ, you guys have also are showing us how to make the perfect cup of coffee with Sarah Spivey's husband, Michael. Tell us about that.
Yeah, Sarah's husband was great. He's part of this episode as well, and he gives us sort of a step-by-step guide how to make coffee, these kind of like elaborate designs, how to make that from home. So a lot of people want to try and do this at home. They don't necessarily have to go to coffee shops. I'm sure local coffee shops love to have them there. But if people are interested in doing this at home, Michael really kind of gave us an explainer as to how to do it, what sort of ingredients you need, and what sort of equipment you need. It's a pretty cool interesting look at, as Sarah says, she invites us into her kitchen. So it's pretty cool to see like the different methods. And as we have all seen throughout the years, this has really become kind of an art form. So if people are trying something different, they want to do this at home, they want to maybe try some different methods, you definitely want to check out this episode.
That is pretty cool. And speaking of this episode, how can people watch? How can they tune in?
Yes, absolutely, Stephanie. KSAT Explains the San Antonio coffee culture is available to stream on demand on KSAT TV. You can find it on Roku, Fire Stick, most other smart TV devices. And it will also be available on KSAT.com. So make sure you check it out there as well.